There are certain signs that reveal you are more attractive than you realize. Not just in looks, but in presence, energy, and the way people respond to you. Most men miss these signals because they're focused on chasing instead of observing. Today we're breaking down 5 clear signs that you are a man women notice and respect. Sign 1. Your presence shifts the room. There's a reason some men get noticed without even trying. You've probably experienced it yourself. You walk into a room, and before you say a single word, people glance up. Some look curious, others look defensive, and a few look impressed. That reaction is not random. It's presence. Presence is not about height, looks, or loudness. It's the energy you carry. Shoulders back, head high, movements calm, controlled, deliberate. You don't rush. You don't shrink yourself to fit in. You move like you belong anywhere you go, and people pick up on that instantly. Think about the opposite type of man. He enters a room, but nobody notices. He blends in. He avoids eye contact. His movements are quick and nervous. He's invisible, and he stays invisible. But when you carry yourself differently, the contrast is obvious. People can't help but react. Women sense this faster than anyone. They may not know why, but they feel it. It creates curiosity, even attraction. Other men also feel it. Some show respect. Some feel threatened. Either way, they recognize you as competition. Presence is primal. It cuts through words, through status, even through wealth. The key to this presence is discipline. It comes from how you take care of yourself, how you think, and how you move. A man who trains his body, controls his emotions, and values his time naturally radiates power. You don't need to announce yourself. The room already adjusts to you. If you've ever walked into a place and noticed people shift their posture, pause their conversations, or subtly make space for you, that's your presence working. And the stronger you build it, the more undeniable it becomes. So remember this. Presence is not a performance. It's not fake confidence. It's the result of real inner strength. The world doesn't respond to noise. It responds to calm, silent dominance. If people feel you before you speak, you've already won. Sign 2. Women hold your eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful signals you'll ever receive. Women don't hold your gaze by accident. When her eyes meet yours and she doesn't look away right away, she's not being casual. She's testing you. That moment is where most men fail. They look away too quickly, sending the message that they can't handle the pressure. Others stare too long, trying to prove something, and it comes across as insecure or needy. The real strength is in the middle. You hold eye contact calmly, steady, without flinching. Then you look away on your terms, like it's no big deal. That balance shows confidence. What makes this so powerful is that eye contact bypasses words. It's primal. It taps into instinct. Women are highly sensitive to it. If you can hold their gaze without tension, they instantly sense self-assurance. It tells them you're comfortable with yourself, and that comfort draws them in. There's another layer most men miss. Sometimes a woman avoids eye contact completely. She won't look at you, even when you're close. That's not always disinterest. In many cases, it's the opposite. She feels the intensity of your presence, and locking eyes feels overwhelming. Her avoidance is just another reaction to your impact. Pay attention to these moments. If she glances at you more than once, lingers just a little too long, or seems to look everywhere except directly at you, she's feeling something. Either way, she's reacting. And reaction is the key sign of attraction. The next time it happens, don't overthink it. Stay calm. Hold her gaze with composure. Then let it go before it turns into a contest. That simple act says more about your confidence than anything you could say out loud. When a woman locks eyes with you, she's not looking for words. She's looking for strength. Show her you have it, and you'll stand out instantly. Sign 3. Your voice and words carry weight. Your voice reveals more about you than you realize. Most men talk too fast, stumble over words, or fill silences with nervous chatter. That's the behavior of someone seeking approval. Attractive men move differently. They don't rush. They don't explain themselves endlessly. They speak slowly, clearly, and with conviction. When your words carry weight, people listen. Not because you're shouting, not because you dominate the conversation, but because you project authority without effort. Every pause makes the other person lean in. Every sentence feels intentional. Women pick up on this instantly. Pay attention to how she reacts. If she leans closer while you're talking, that's investment. If she asks follow-up questions to keep you engaged, that's interest. If she laughs at small remarks you didn't even mean as jokes, that's attraction. She's signaling that your presence affects her. The secret isn't about having the deepest voice or the most clever lines. It's about control. When you own your words, you own the frame. A calm, deliberate tone communicates confidence and self-mastery. It shows you don't need to fight for attention because you already command it. Think about the men who stand out in a group. They're rarely the ones talking the most. They're the ones who talk with certainty. They know when to pause, when to let silence do the work, when to drop a line that sticks. That's presence. That's influence. When you begin to slow down your speech, when you start cutting the filler and speaking with clarity, the shift is immediate. Women sense it on a deeper level. They recognize you as a man who knows himself, and that energy pulls them in stronger than any clever pickup line. So the next time you talk, pay attention to your voice. Slow it down. Lower the tension. Let your words land. You'll notice how the room shifts. You'll notice how women listen differently. Because when your voice carries weight, your presence becomes undeniable. Sign 4. People naturally respect your space. True presence creates invisible boundaries. You don't have to demand respect. You don't have to push people aside or announce yourself. When you move through a space with calm confidence, the world responds automatically. People adjust around you without realizing it. In public, notice how strangers step aside or shift when you walk through. In social settings, friends and acquaintances make room without being asked. At work, colleagues pause when you enter a room or defer subtly when you speak. None of this is conscious. They sense your energy. Women pick up on it immediately. When you carry yourself with quiet authority, they perceive importance. Your space signals value. They instinctively notice a man who moves with purpose, who doesn't shrink or overcompensate. It doesn't matter if you're tall, strong, or wealthy. Presence alone makes them react differently. This respect is subconscious. It's not about status or loud displays. It's about how you inhabit your own body and a room. Shoulders back, head high, calm and deliberate movements. You walk like you belong, and the world makes room for you. That unspoken deference signals authority and magnetic energy. The key is consistency. If you shrink, fidget, or try to force attention, the effect disappears. But when you maintain composure and project purpose, people naturally defer to you. They give space, they listen, they notice. Women feel this energy as attraction. Men sense it as dominance. This isn't learned overnight. It comes from self-awareness, discipline, and understanding how presence affects perception. The moment you stop trying to be noticed and simply own your space, the room responds. Your authority is clear, effortless, and undeniable. When you move like this, respect isn't demanded, it's granted. Women notice, men notice, and that quiet power sets you apart from everyone else. Sign 5. Women look for excuses to be near you. Attraction isn't always loud. Often, it's subtle, almost invisible if you're not paying attention. One of the clearest signs you're highly attractive is how women position themselves near you, without it seeming obvious. Watch the small things. She might linger in your area longer than necessary. She might accidentally bump into you. Maybe she fixes her hair, adjusts her outfit, or checks her phone while making sure you notice. These aren't coincidences. These are intentional signals that she wants to be seen by you, wants your attention. Sometimes it's as simple as asking a meaningless question just to keep a conversation going. She doesn't care about the question itself. It's an excuse to be near you, to engage with your energy. Even minor gestures, like laughing at a joke that wasn't particularly funny or standing just close enough for you to notice, are part of the pattern. Contrast this with a woman who isn't interested. She avoids your space. She keeps her distance. She won't make the effort to cross paths or linger in your vicinity. The difference is clear. Presence attracts attention, and attraction brings people closer. This behavior shows that she's aware of your energy. Your presence, confidence, and subtle authority are drawing her in, even if she doesn't express it verbally. She's responding to how you carry yourself, to the quiet signals you're sending about value and self-assurance. A highly attractive man doesn't need to chase. Women naturally seek proximity when they feel drawn. By observing these cues, you can gauge your impact without needing validation. When you notice her consistently positioning herself near you, it's proof that your energy is effective. Presence, confidence, and self-possession create a gravitational pull. She wants to be within reach. That's the silent power of attraction in action. Attraction isn't just about looks. It's about energy, presence, and how you carry yourself. When you move with purpose, hold your space, and control your voice, people notice. Women pay attention. Men respect. Your influence grows without you trying to force it. Stop doubting whether you're attractive. Look at the signs. How people adjust around you. How women seek proximity. How conversations naturally follow you. These are proof of your presence. Proof that your energy matters more than any appearance. Confidence isn't loud. It's quiet, deliberate, and consistent. It shows in your posture, your tone, and your ability to stay grounded. Women sense it. Others follow it. You don't need to chase. You simply hold your frame and let the world respond. This is Stoic 24. Subscribe now and keep building your strength as a man who leads, not chases. Master your energy, command your space, and let attraction follow naturally. The signs are already around you. Recognize them, own them, and elevate your life.